sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Miami Dolphins. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. There's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Jalen Waddle. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry. Now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, 4-1 Mike. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jalen Phillips in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his 1st career touchdown in his 1st career game. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And the last drive, the 1st drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Finding Bourne here over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
Shoot. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. I smell fish. Let's go.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Second down and 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 8.
Watch the pass. 41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. Pick it up. 60 Bobcat. 41. Come on.
Now a handoff to Ingram. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
41's the mic. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, 41's Mike. I'm coming. 79 Bronco.
Jones to throw on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know
for them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. 70 Ranger. Right, check right. Watch 55. Let's get the ball.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. New England on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike. Panther 11. Let's see what you got. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 53. Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go. Come 19. You're on the ball now.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike 41. I got one. 41's the Mike. Check.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go one more. 41 Mike.
Back to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 8. Mike 8. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mike 8. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 8. Mike 8. Watch the run. Set up. Mike 8. Mike 8.
From the gun, Jones. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Patriots nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Push him back. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go street. Mike 41. We own them. We own them. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Where you go, Joe?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. 4-1 10.
Looking to throw. Jones. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On second down, Ingram. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. A little juke. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Jones now. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now Jones on 3rd down. Oh, Aguilar, what a catch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
They'll try and run with Ingram. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And this is Parker, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And we all remember when Devontae Parker was drafted, a first-round pick out of Louisville. Really hit his stride in 2019 with 1,200 yards. Numbers dipped a bit last year, but he can be a real dependable target for Tua Tagovailoa.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 23. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off down at the 10.
A CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. Here's Jones on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Jones, he's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw again. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. There he goes, right side.
Right down their throat.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Off play action. Jones.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Watch the run. Check, 55 to Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. James White from 8 yards out. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there, maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Matthew Judon in there to take him down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Here's Tua.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off. And now look at him go. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Nothing here. Devontae Parker, 27 yards.
And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Jones throw taken in by Bourne. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Jones.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing Jones.
He'll let this go deep for Bourne.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And the Dolphins force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll take a shot for the end zone. There's Fuller for a Dolphin touchdown. Will Fuller, 35 yards.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Jalen Phillips getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Fires quickly to White.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now here is another interception. Nick Needham picks it off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Patriots 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Brought down around the 16 or 17, showing some tough running there. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I'm going to run you over. Back 55, back 11, go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Picked off by Dante Hightower.
And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.